You're working on a druid that uses 8 guns in Pathfinder at the same time. Chromo wants me in his... You have a Discord, Chromo? Oh, he shifts into an octopus. Okay, that's allowed. I'm going to allow it. I think I am going to patch these. Repair them. Fuel is iffy. Commandos are fine. We've got more scrap than what we need, so repair away. Oh yeah, they only had 3. I should have probably been more careful with that. Doesn't matter. No, you don't? Oh, okay. You're not going to pet puppies, Twig? Why don't you want to pet the puppies, Twig? Pet the puppies, Twig. You know what we can do? We can get additional hull, but also the squadron dock. Since we're losing some, let's just bump that up a little bit. Okay. I've got 6 anomalies, 1 ground mission versus 5 anomalies, 2 ground missions. Late store, also late... No, yeah, late store, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that way? Oh, look at that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's heaps better. Still only get 1 ground mission. Okay, we're going to go that way. You won't break into a store? Fair enough. That's fair enough. Man, I'm getting awfully hungry. Ambush the pirate. The ambush feels weak because we're waiting for them to run out of ships anyway. And it won't take long enough for them to deploy. Like, we won't get over there fast enough to actually do anything that's worth sneaking up to them. I'm maybe getting a... Because of this, they can't come around there. So we can... Maybe we can get a... Let me try something. You're going there. You're sitting in there. Get a frigate to sit in there. Maybe if we put the stealthies out. Man, look at these poor idiots. They've got no idea. Oh. No idea what's going on. And this is what's happening, like nothing. Absolutely nothing's happening. Why can't you... Oh, you can't go through them if they're... Oh, they're patched anyway. Feels bad. You know what, let's see if we can... Yeah. But did they destroy that? That feels bad. I don't know why I test these dumb theories. Panz never learns. Put that there. What did we achieve out of this? Very little. Okay, let's just wait then. Bait. Oh man, what the heck right now? Mines, not that you can lay. There are neutral turrets, or they're pirate turrets, I suppose, always. And so, but you know where they are. There's no hidden ones. You can get stealth enemies though, which will automatically pop up, and you can have stealthies as well. For me, the strategy that I've sort of realized is shoot. There we go. The one that's working is wait for them to run out of ships, because then he's got no ships. And apart from some very sort of unique encounters, most of the time where I've tried to go on the offensive, I end up winning after taking losses that I didn't need to, and they have very few squadrons left anyway. Yeah, outside of the first sector where they only have one hull, because then you win. What happens when you destroy a hull plate is it explodes and it pushes back everyone like within a 3 grid radius out to the 4th grid line, and stuns them momentarily, including their own enemies. So if you time it well, you can stun everyone. So it's not like you can like get a big enough gap that you can like. Sometimes you get a gap and you can rush in sector 1, and it's fine. But usually, it's the multiple hull plates really prevents that. And now that he's out of stuff, you just sort of mosey on up. Look at this jerk re-shielding. Fuel looks good. You again? I told you to leave us alone. That's that guy? It's a tarp! Oh, he's only got... yeah. He'll probably get up with reinforcements, though. Ooh. Yeah, I think the other thing too is like I didn't have to play like this in when I was playing normal. I did play a little bit more aggressively, especially on one of the other ships. But like this is the ship you start out with, and then when you beat Chapter 1, you get rewarded with the ship that Chapter 1 was playing with or against. And so then I took that out for Chapter 2 and so on and so forth. He's got direct damage. And yeah, definitely able to get some more aggression in there. But then I started getting spanked on hard because that strategy wasn't good. There was a couple of strategies that I needed to change, but that was definitely a decent one in there. I think so, Balthos. I think if you... It does at first glance seem really bad for optimal play in games to suck. But on a harder difficulty, if you haven't found the optimal play and you can still win, it just means the easier levels are just going to be cakewalks. Right? Which, yeah, for some people's fine, but that's why you have even easier difficulties. Like, a lot of games are coming out with just story difficulty, and you basically just sneeze and you get to see what happens. Which I think is good, because some people just want to play for the story in this was great. Once. There are unexplored mechanics that kind of restrict my play methods. Yeah, but again, only because you're playing on hard. Like, I did a playthrough on normal first, and we got to play... And we played as all the different ships. So we did get to play a lot of different styles. I'm doing like all 6 of the chapters on this ship, and then when, you know, once I've gotten a win on all of those, when we start again, I'll be doing all 6 on hard on the second ship. Because I think there was a really good balance to allow more variety of play options to win on normal, the way that the ships naturally matched up from chapter to chapter, which to me was really good. But there's definitely been some that felt enemies that felt very like a good counter to this ship on hard, and there's also been a couple where those enemies feel just like we completely dominate them. Hey Fox, how you doing, man? Yeah, harder settings, physical requirements as well. This has a real-time with pause option, so that takes out a lot of those. Not all of them, but a lot. These are prisoners. I don't care about them. Doesn't really... Well, we don't need the weapon, and I need the fuel, so it doesn't matter what we do out of these, it's just play them. So we'll let them go. They're nice guys. Cool. What do we got coming up? We do have a store, so we should be able to get enough fuel to see us home, and there is another store there, not that that one really matters. So we can take the dead jumps here, I think. I will see what's at the anomalies first. You mean like mines? Squadrons that can withstand the hull explosions without being stunned. I don't understand what you mean by a mine like that. To my knowledge, like, mines are like bombs that go off when you touch them. There's a bunch of different ship guns, but I don't know, they could be used, some could be used for fun, some could be used if you don't have anything else. But like, I play a fair bit of strategy games, so I can look at some and be like, these just don't seem like they're any good at all. So even if you get stuck with them, you probably just don't purchase the extra weapon slots to use them. Yeah, explosive mines. Yeah, I haven't seen any of those. Something like that, like a ship that laser mine, could be good as well. You know, like you put it somewhere and you've got to let your ship sit there for 10 seconds uninterrupted, because that's what their cooldown, like their mechanic is. If a ship goes somewhere and doesn't do anything for a set period of time, like the stealth ships will enter stealth, one of the cruisers will put a shield on something. I can't remember what the other one is. But like dropping a mine and then moving on would be kind of cool, because then the enemy goes over that section and takes damage. You know, maybe the ships themselves don't attack, but if you can keep them alive long enough, they can drop a few of them around the place. Something like that could be cool. Yeah. I don't think they'll add any more to the game. They've released the game, they've published and released it. I think they did some minor bug and patch fixing and then have put it to bed. Which I've got no problem with. That's what developers should do with games. You know, but definitely something to think of if anyone was developing a game, like, you know, little extra things in combat that you can do. The planetary is kind of limited too. Yeah, I mean, sure. I think there's, yeah, I get what you're saying. There's a lot of little light systems, but nothing in itself is too detailed. But it also has a good story as well. Like, you just can't hit home runs on every single point. And I think even if you did, I think then that sort of takes away from the things that are really good in the game, because everything's really good. What does my crew think? Let's take them. Ideas for crying moons. There you go. We got something? We got two choices. Let storm do damage. We're in some sort of storm. 50-50 then, yeah? We lose 2 hull plates. Wow, I wonder if that could have potentially been a death option. That'd suck. I should probably buy a hull plate then. We can give them some scrap. They got anything for us? Something for us? Yeah, that's probably the worst event that I've ever had. I think maybe if you choose to lose a hull plate, you might only lose 1. But if you go the 50-50, you either lose 0 or 2. It's kind of okay. I wonder if you can't get that if you've only got 2 hull plates, because usually I don't buy the hull plates until the end of the sector. Maybe that's why we haven't seen it. I think if it, some of these, if you don't pay anything, you one of your dudes gets damaged. So for 12 scrap, we avoid a negative outcome. Let's get to the shipyard. Look at the ejected cryopod though. That would have been a nice one to do first. Except low on hull, I kind of want to. My weapons are good. That's fine. We're not selling anything. Tactical log neurosphere can be sold for 20 scrap per total victory achieved while equipped. A total victory is earned when a battle is won with 0 squadrons wrecked. I don't think this is... I think even if you get that offered to you in the first store, I don't think it's worth it. Fuel is very interesting. Now I wish I'd gone to the... Now I really wish I'd gone to the cryopod first. If it stacks through runs, I'd be really disappointed if it did. There's a little bit of continuity between the runs here in regards to unlocking the account and finding the cryopod specialist, which is questionable if necessary. But doesn't really harm. But I like it when the runs being independent of each other. Because it just means you pick it up and then you play it for 2 or 3 runs and then eventually you sell it for bajillion scrap and then you just win that run. It's like, what's the point of even playing that run? I don't really need to buy anything else, so I may as well just pick up the fuel anyway as a precaution. Yeah. You think it gives incentive to play the game more? I mean, it might incentivize someone else to play the game more, but I think, like, why? Because you have an item that's going to give you a win? Hey, scrapper hiding. It's a top. Okay, so they have a lot of stuff. The scrappers are one of the... They're definitely a unique fight where they have a lot of drones usually. Like they're already showing 3 and they've got a fighter. And these ones are coming out at full. Like these are unpatched. It can be tough to respond to. And they're coming out straight away. Let's put this one on the corner. Go there. Right, so the drones come in straight away really fast. Oh, look at that, they changed at the last second. Whoa, they all boomed. That's hilarious. This is one where I need to think, can I get up in there and destroy them? Because these are all boomer drones. So even though they're all going to explode... like I could be getting a bunch of damage done to me. Damn. There's so many. Oh, they're gonna get. It's not too bad. Most part we're on top of this. Looked a little dicey at one point. Then we got the shields back up and we sort of came on top of the fights. Okay. They're out 19. So they'll probably be in the mix pretty close to when these guys come out. That sucks a little. They can't bait their weapon. Well, the extra fighters this one definitely helps. Wow, that helps a lot actually. Okay, so it gets 2 more waves. It's fairly tame. Oh, that was bad. Hey son, how's it going? Hope you're having a fantastic 2020. Probably could have done that better. I think it matters. We need to be ready to go after this as well. Let's try this. Let's go! Had to go scream out. Oh, that's funny though. I'll pay that. Ignorance is bliss for you, I guess. We got a Mark III Ghost. So as far as the story through the chapters, there's definitely some things there that kind of link up from run to run, but you're basically starting fresh. One of the things I do like though is that they allow you to reset the story stuff if you want to play again. What I like about that is that it's not there every time. So I should probably word that better. I like that you don't have to do that if you're playing a second time, you can play without the guaranteed story stuff and just play it more like a roguelike. Ooh, we're gonna lose some Clomandos. How many do we want to lose? All of them. Wow, look, that's a lot of stuff, but that person gets hurt too much. I actually think that this sort of fits into that this really nice blend of roguelike enough where you can get multiple playthroughs from it, but story enough that if you play through it just once, you're probably going to get enough enjoyment out of it. But also it's not roguelike enough where you can get hundreds of hours and hundreds of games sort of played. You'll just naturally get to the end and be like, I'm done. And you'll probably just put it away on a happy note. Yeah, we're the clone of the same guy. So it kind of has a reason for replaying a run in the story, which is, you know, it's nice, but no one really cares in a game like Slay the Spire or FTL why Silent is running through for the 20th time to kill the heart, or why the Stealth A is going through to kill the flagship for the 50th time. You know, you just do, right? Boom! Rip everyone. Hey, we got a someone. Alexandra Ma, what do you bring to the table? Nothing. But, you know, we could put you up in shielding. You wish you knew why Silent was killing the heart for the 50th time, even after she's died 20 times herself. Or more. Because space magic. Get out of here. This is our spot. Jerk. You again? I do want to provoke a fight. I want scrap. Oh, there's an electromagnetic storm. Wow, he's got heaps of drones for an Imperial. Seems strange. Oddly strange. What? Yeah. I often feel like that with progressive rogue games where, oh, this is not good. Panz, you done messed up, son. It's okay. It should be. Ooh. This is getting a little bit rough here. That should be fine there. Happening here? Can we get anything out there? Anything. It's his last, like, this is his last set of crew, and they're doing a phenomenal job here. Don't take that plate. Good. Oh, he's got a weapon. Shield it. We should be fine. Plus my cruisers come back at full health because of their perk. Nice. That shield is perfect. We needed that. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. That's not the greatest, but you know. Those reinforcements it really changes the fight. What station is it? Not going to lie, sir, I don't have the foggiest. Oh, it's the casino. We should have someone who can, like, clean the board. We don't. It's the only one we don't have. Let's attack the pirates controlling the casino, then. It's a tarp. That's okay. Fighters. Alright, let's... Okay, they're going to go over the top more, so let's go that there and that there. They like going over the top. That's rude. He got the best space instability there. Wonder if he's going to take advantage of it. Nope. Oh, dude. He could have wrecked me if he'd planned better. He planned better just then, though. Let's do this. Swap-a-roo. How am I going to deal with this? This is really going to hurt because it's going to push people into this corner. Oh, I don't have to defend that point. So if I go 1, 2, 3, oh, how do I defend? I got to defend there. I can put a guy there. That's really interesting. I was not wanting to do this. Okay, this is fine. Look at all the droney boys. Right, now that we don't have to worry about this corner from that bit anymore, we just... let's actually put it there. Thing there. Yeah, so apart from starting the Ori run at some stage... What else have we got? Memento, a little bit busy with. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, wow, they only got one. There's a lot we could do. Wait, huh? What? Viable. As soon as I gotta put viable in there. I don't like these ones. I've got blasphemous. See? I need to get the bot to take suggestions and put it into a file. I might work on that tomorrow. I've been a little bit preoccupied with my Path of Exile addiction. I'm really concerned about what this could do. Now, since it's pushing something 4 squares away, it'll be this side, so that should be okay. I'm going to have another look at Mountain Blade. Like, longer to complete games that are going to have a high popularity tend to be good for one. They're long to play, so it does fill in a large chunk of time without having to make another decision on what to play. So it definitely fulfills a laziness factor. But also has that sort of thing where if it's popular for if it takes a long time to get through and it's got a reasonable popularity, you've got more hours of being live with it, right? Oh, what's the prototype on the fighter? Didn't we tell you this wouldn't be easy? We got another ship, and that's a tarp as well. All right. What are they bringing in? They're bringing in frigates in 5 seconds. Wow. Okay, well, it's okay. I'm still going to put frigates out against frigates. Put a fighter around the back. Whether they have a weapon ready to go. I should have thought about that and just put a single drone out. Nice. The issue with Path of Exile, like, I could do that here and there, but like, I love it, right? I enjoy it. But people want to watch people that, like, you guys want to watch Hanging Me because you've already found me. And I don't know, you're here for various reasons. Some people it's the beard, some people it's the strategy games, other people it's the conversation. For the most people that hang around when I'm playing games that aren't as... Why did I pull everyone back to center? I'm losing my marbles. It's definitely not for the quality strategy tonight. I can freeze. So some of my Path of Exile, and there's quite a few people that drop in that already play. So we get to chat about it and whatnot. They've got squadrons still. Okay, pull them back now. But as for generating newer viewers, it's extremely unlikely. Doesn't mean I don't want to I'll rule out playing it on stream. There'll definitely be some streams of it. figured out. I could go fighter because it says drones. Right, let's do that. Oh, look at that. Juicy, juicy. Funny how weapons hit two enemies in a single sector, but an enemy firing, like the cruiser firing into a sector, will only hit one of them. Not really upset about it, it's just interesting. Can't see what's going on. Oh, these guys. They're gonna get wrecked. Welcome to the wreckage. I'll be your destroyer. My name is Panz. There's always a bigger gun. Or something like that. Shoot. We got more fighters. That's ridiculous. Welcome. Teehee. Ooh. Okay, so we should probably sell off some of the patched level 1s. These level... Oh, it's a fighter Mark 2. That's a Mark 3 Ghost. Why couldn't we patch the crappy ones? Man, okay. So we came across here. We're going across this one. Alright, cool. Have I ever had cheese curds? I don't think so. It sounds like something I would remember having. This is the boy who worships the sun. They want to have a union with it. We're going to arrest them. His mum's going to give us some scrap. It's happy days all round, except for them, because they don't get to unify their body and soul with the sun. But they do get to live a much longer, if not what seems to be very low IQ life. Fried bits of cheese. No, but there's a fish pub, Clancy's, down the road, and they do fried... Oh, wow. Not mozzarella. I don't think it's brie. Maybe it is mozzarella. Sticks. Anyway, they do fried cheese sticks. So they're crumbed and deep fried. And they're amazing. There's like gooey in the middle. They're about the size of an index finger. Maybe a little bit longer. No, about the size of an index finger. Nice and thick. Look up Wisconsin cheese curd. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, so like popcorn chicken size? I'd say yes, I've had that, but not in bite-sized pieces. In marinara. Interesting. Sure. I can see that. I'd prefer a sweet chili, but, you know. I wouldn't complain if marinara was what was available. I'd be getting stuck in. Okay, he's got... Oh man, these drones suck so hard. Because they teleport. And EMP. So we need to put basically like a filler back in the corner. Yeah, go the sweet chili, man. I developed a newfound appreciation for sweet chili recently. Let's put one of those out and 2 fighters. I find it goes well with quite a lot of things. Marinara is a blight upon the world? Don't be like that. Like, it's a standard pizza sauce base. What else would you put on your pizza? Then potentially the world could be pizzaless. No, it's not precisely, but it's definitely a base, right? Yeah, tomato paste is just too bland, right? Like, I think the whole family, like, you've got the marinara, bolognese, you know, just regular, like, that whole thing is, like, there's definitely a lot of differences, but there's a lot of similarities. That I think if you potentially pulled out if you wanted to get rid of any one, you have to take the whole family with it. Right? So we'd be missing all of them. It's just, I mean, I don't make up the rules, that's just how it is. Okay, so you get to keep Alfredo. Like, all the white sauces get to stay because they're, like, obviously completely different, right? But I don't think, like, if the tomato sauce family never existed, I don't think that pizza would have come about. Lasagna would be different, but I think possibly doable. I don't think it would have taken off, though. What a sad world we live in without, like cornerstones of Italian food. There'd be a lot more seafood alternatives, though. And some of the Italian seafoods are really nice. And I think really nice is a vast understatement. I want to muscle him out, but I can't. Okay. We don't care. These guys don't actually get patched. They get come back at full. Used to be the bane. A lot of people struggle with seafood. Do you reckon it's the fish shop smell? Do you think that smell of not the freshest fish puts people off? Some of the oil pizzas are good, yeah. But I don't think I don't think I would have as much pizza if it was like, man, the garlic oil pizzas. Oh, they're so good. But they're definitely ones that if you start eating a lot of those, you start to notice it. You're like, it's got like some cumulative poison almost, where after so many pieces, you're just like, no, I need to stop. You all made pizzas on Christmas dinner? That's a great idea. I think homemade pizzas is a huge, like an awesome thing for big families. It takes a lot of stress out of the day. Plus, you can serve it over a long period of time, and everyone can have a piece when the first couple come out. Yeah, freshwater fish. Some of them can be okay, but generally they're we've got a proper harbour down a couple, like there's a river in the city, and on the south side of the river there's a big harbour, lots of fishing. And there's lots of fishing on the north side of the river, but definitely a lot more south. And so we've got a lot of fresh saltwater fish. So you walk in there and it's saltwater fish that's recent fish, not freshwater. I think people know what I'm trying to say. Okay, we handed it to those casino pirates. Hey, we got a bunch of scrap. One more jump. Only 2 locations though. I want fish now. Actually, I'm starting to get really hungry. I should have eaten a while ago. Okay, help my crew. We're going to be nice. Here, have some scrap. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they told her about the dying over and over again with the cloning, and she thinks we're crazy. Nice. We only needed to get 1, but 2 means we get to take the extra jump. And since we've got a lot of money, going to the mercenary outpost is good, which we would have jumped to anyway, because we could have bought the fuel from here. You got a railgun on the first floor of Gungeon. Nice. Alright, do we have any DNAs? Nope. Hey, a huge Tesla field, a hull breaker. No thank you, we're fine with these. Do we have anything that wants to... Okay, we get an extra one of those. Okay, we could get Squadron DPS in if we really want. Let's see what we're going to do here. Oh, close. Upgrade-wise, probably get that. I can get the extra hull support, and then I can put the... we're going to do that. Hull support. Hull support. Right, so now we can put in the extra shielding personnel. I've got 3 of them. That's hilarious. Alright. We could go for Squadron DPS, which doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter, since we're not pushing to win anyway. Let's just get the extra hull. Dock recovery, so if someone dies, they're back in sooner. That seems like we're good enough to go. Let's do it. It's a beast. I do care. I like it when people get a first floor head start. I like it when I get a first floor head start in games like that. Mainly because I'm not that good at them. So getting that high roll on floor 1, it's like, yeah. Time to punish. Oh, I died. But I had a punisher. That's generally how it goes for me. Alright, so he's got a bunch of stuff. It's generally, from what I remember, it's a mix. The biggest issue here is the chain reaction cannon. Like, he's got lots of direct attack. So we're going to want to... And that chain cannon's bad, man. We're just going to want to hold out. It's not that big a deal. It's 8 waves, right? And he's got very little direct damage, but we've got double shielders. So as long as we hold out, we're kind of okay. That's pretty much it. As long as we hold out, we're kind of okay. This is where a longbow would be better, because we could put the longbow back and it would be shooting to third row. And we just put someone there, someone there, someone there, and just it would just doosh, doosh, doosh. Okay, every 80 seconds, all enemy units on the battlefield become immune for 10 seconds. Yeah, that's rough. We do have a teleporter as well, which sucks. So to combat that, I think we lock up this side. I don't know. Maybe we don't care about putting the dude out just yet. We just put out the fighters for the drones. We don't care about the chain gun just yet either. I do care about his jump. Okay, so if I want to move that guy out. That's about it. These guys are bringing pain. This is I think this is an opportunity to get up there and deal a hull point. Back. These dronies, man. That hurt. Okay, you have to stand your ground now. Let's get the cruiser out. Are they attacking these guys? Oh, they are. It's good, but it's bad. What do I not have out? Hey, don't attack that. Good. Get my hull repaired. I wonder if this is because I took that defensive push. I have weapons. Oh, they're invincible. Come on, stop the invincible. Yeah, I'm more concerned in this one that I can't play out the long game, that they're going to get damage in between and have their weapon. So I'm just really finding that balance of, like, I'm going to have to push, but I don't like pushing. Oh, I really thought we were going to get that plate off. So, Kitterville, doing very well. How about you? Wait, is that ready to go? Seconds. Sleeping schedule out the window. Yep, know that feeling. That's alright. Do you have time off? Are you going to be able to cope with that? Okay, we need to get something up in there to help. I think. Shoot the bad guys, not the... Oh, now they're shooting at. It's not so bad. That golden veil is so brutal. Time limited contract, yeah. They can be very rough. I wonder if he's going to protect those. Not enough damage for those ones. This is ouchies. They're gonna get this plate, and we only have to push one more. At this plate. Depends what happens with this push. So not good. Closer, closer, nice. Oh, that chain reactor. If he'd done that later, we would have been in a lot. It was pretty bad. It could have been a lot worse. And now they're sort of coming in two at a time. fine. It makes it well, seemingly easier to stem the tide. I should be doing this along the way. What is this person? Hull repair. So no, there's no point hitting. We can... So it makes it really hard to push because they're sending 2 at a time. Like they just hold us up long enough. Okay. What am I waiting for? Nothing. I don't want the story. I want the, No, I don't want the story. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think for the replays, putting an option to skip all story. Would have been just a nice little cherry. Escape me, damn it. Kill him this time around. Let's kill him on his throne. Bloof. Oh. Well, come on, I think he's dead, Jim. End the conversation. We did it. Saved the universe.